Good morning. Welcome, 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 everyone. Today is our week 5 in our beautiful journey of Unified. Here let's recap what we've done in the last 4 weeks. Actually, 5 weeks. We repeated the second week. So, the first week, all of us told ourselves that we are made in the image of God and all God's qualities are ours. And we centered and balanced and aligned ourselves every night by thinking of those qualities and inviting those beautiful virtues in us before we slept. In the second week, it was absolutely magical. We found our higher self. Some of us did, some of us didn't. We asked our higher self, "What is your name?" And many of us over the week found our name. Many of us found our week in the second week. And that's when we realized that we have a higher self and it has a name. The third week, we asked our higher self for safeguards. That are we connecting with you or is there someone else that we're connecting with? And we also blocked the aura, like we closed the aura from all uninvited influences. And then the fourth week, we asked her, what's the universal truth? What is my existence for? What is my truth? Forget why I am born here. What is my truth? In the third week, when we had done the uninvited influences, like, who am I in touch with? Are you communicating with me? Which means there's this eternal truth, which many of us may not like to know, understand, or hear, is that whenever we're in a bad mood, it's not because I'm in a bad mood. No, I'm anyways a channel of love and light. But I'm in a bad mood because at that time, an uninvited influence is in my aura, making me do what I'm doing right now, which could be whatever, which could be getting frustrated, angry, irritable, whatever, any negative emotion. So let's understand how can we deal with these uninvited influences. And let me tell us one thing. I'm going to read this chapter very, very, very slow because that's how this book is supposed to be read. You will be sometimes shocked that this happens, and then you realize why it happens. And if there are any answers and questions, of course, we will take them at the end. And it's very important for all of us to realize that we are in this journey together, and let's do it. And of course, Nitin, thank you for volunteering to be the co-host to download the meditation. I will make you the co-host. Remind me that time as well. I'm not still very used to hosting the sessions, so I'm going to try and figure it out. Yes. All right. So let's start our fifth week, dealing with uninvited influences. The week 5 of Unified book, channeled by Roger Lanphier, guided by Mahavatar Babaji. You cannot overemphasize importance now of keeping yourself clear of uninvited influences. This week, you examine these influences a little further and you develop another tool to deal with them. Throughout your life, you have experienced these influences. In your own life, account for those numerous times you want yourself. You really want to totally yourself. They also explain some of the periodic irritational behaviors of your family and your friends. Irrational behavior of your family and friends. Later in this course, you will learn how to help others under uninvited influences. This week, however, you're going to continue the focus on yourself. Have you ever awakened after a full night's rest exhausted? Was it an effort to smile? Did the least little provocation set you off? Chances are this was an uninvited influence. Have you experienced a sudden change in mood from ease and unhappiness to irritability and impatience? At the time, you felt justified in your nastiness and your negativity. But in retrospect, it seems uncalled for. Chances are this was an uninvited influence. Have you ever blown up at a loved one only to feel terribly sorry later? Chances are this was an uninvited influence. Have you ever been in a mood of fear without being able to pinpoint it? Or maybe the fear was concrete, but of something you weren't usually afraid of. Chances are there was an uninvited influence. Have you ever fantasized dangerous, foolish actions that you know you would never do in your right mind? Chances are this was an uninvited influence. Not all of your fears, irrational behaviors, weird thoughts, bursts of anger, and periods of exhaustion are caused by uninvited influences. They could also be in your because of your own stress, your own imagination, which in itself is an illusion. It can be your own imperfect thinking that needs to be healed. However, far too often it is stress and fearful thoughts of others that you are allowing to influence you. Note the word allowing. Nothing can influence you without experience, without your express or tacit approval. Nothing. Out of ignorance, you have allowed influences in your life, influences that have made you miserable. Even more significant, they have built the barrier higher and stronger between you and your higher self. We must not look upon these uninvited influences with scorn. No, they are loving creations of God, just as you are. They're just frightened and confused by an illusion they've made for themselves. That is not different except in degree from the illusion you have built, separating yourself from yourself. It is entirely possible that you too have been an uninvited influence for someone. In another lifetime, if you died in confusion or fear and refused help to direct you to your next perfect place, you could have hung around and influenced others with fear and negativity. Think of an uninvited influence with love, as you would want to be thought if you were caught in the same situation. Send love while you say the healing words. So let's understand one thing, that we have also, mostly by large, been an uninvited influence in somebody else's aura in their life when we were in the middle of a stage, when we were not on Mother Earth as humans, when we were only spiritual beings as Atmas. अगर हमें भी confusion था, हमें भी doubt था, हमें भी fear था, we never went home. Home is where God lives. And to fulfill our unfulfilled dreams in that life, we have also latched onto the aura of other people. We have also troubled them. We have also made them irritable, frightened, fearful. So now, if we have that, we don't have to tell the influence and why you here. This, you know, you're very bad. So people say they're bad souls, they're good souls. And nothing is bad, nothing is good. It's our labeling. So we have to get away from labeling, and we don't have to get frightened by any uninvited influence in our auras. It's all right if they're there. But yes, we can safeguard ourselves, protect us, and we can deal with that. How to deal with that is what the gist of this chapter this week is all about. This week, we will continue to begin our quiet periods by healing any uninvited influences as we did last week. We close our auras to all except our higher self. We unify with God by thinking of some of God's qualities, and we claim them for ourselves. We start a communication with the higher self when we have received its signal. When this communication is over, you say these words. Now, please give me my signal for uninvited influences. Sit comfortably, relaxed, open, and receptive. Wait for some physical signal you will feel or notice in your body. So you can use the chat box and let me know. हमने एक किया था जहाँ हमें सिग्नल मिला था that we are communicating with our higher self. Did you get that signal? Now level 2. that हमारी बॉडी में uninvited influences हैं कि नहीं. So आज उसकी बारी है. But जिन लोगों ने first signal जिनको नहीं मिला, second पे मत जाइएगा. I will say there's no point of you even coming in this journey right now if you aren't up to date with the week 4. Out of curiosity, just to complete the curriculum, if you're coming here, it's not very advisable. So you've got that. Thank you everyone who's written that you've got that, and that's why you're here. So fabulous. Now today is the next signal. अब जब हमें गुस्सा आता है, हम बोलते हैं मुझे पता नहीं क्यों गुस्सा आ जाता है, मैं क्यों ऐसे बात बोल जाता हूँ, and why do I behave like this, and I know I'm not supposed to behave like this and yet I do. So now we have to stop blaming ourselves because it's not us. It's some uninvited influence that time in our body. Okay. So today we'll be finding about that. Okay. So if Jikisha gets different signals, she has to concentrate again and again and again until she gets one signal. It can't be different signals. There will be a very clear indication. There has to be only one signal. Like as I mentioned before, my left palm starts going round, 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 round. When I want a stronger signal, it goes complete. There's a humdrum activity of circle, circle, circles in my left palm. Automatically, I know my higher self is right there. Now, when today will you read and I'll explain to you what's going to happen now. So we have to go very quiet in our body, and we will do this in our meditation also. Bhavika, there's time for that. Question and answers will be at the end, please, everyone. Only if you've got signals, you're saying yes or no, right? This is a signal under higher self, which will give you when you are under an uninvited influence. It's usually unpleasant, such as slight pain someplace, or slight nausea, or slight dizziness, or uncomfortable sound or vision. However, it's not necessary that it will be unpleasant. It can be twitch someplace in the body, a definite movement, a warm or a cold feeling someplace, or a numbness. As with the signal from your higher self, this uninvited influence signal can be anything that catches your attention. So sit back and wait for it. When the signal comes, repeat the words with love that you memorized 2 weeks ago to clear your aura of the influence. The signal will go away. If it doesn't, that means there's an uninvited influence. So repeat the words with love. The thoughts of the uninvited influences are forms of energy, bubbles of negativity, fear, worry, concern, or anger. These bubbles may continue even after the uninvited influence is healed. Therefore, from now on, you have healed influence. You will say, I send love and light to any thought forms around me. After all, these negative thought forms really are feeding us problems. These healing words are also to be repeated in crowds when we have to close our aura. This is your exercise for each quiet period this week. Ask for your uninvited influence signal, then get rid of the signal by reciting your memorized words to heal the influence. Just because now you know you have a signal for uninvited influences doesn't mean you can let your guard down. Signal will only come to you when you normally wouldn't know about the influence. So continue with your practice of repeating the formula when you feel you need to. Usually the need arises when the strong thought, I have an uninvited influence, but can be simply be the symptom of exhaustion, fear, anger, irritability, etc. For most people, the concept of these uninvited influences is a very foreign notion. It smacks of ghost stories, the supernatural, witches, goblins, sorcery. If these concepts bother you, keep an open mind and do this part of this lesson mechanically. When your life changes, when your heart refills with love, and when you feel a burden lifted with the healing of each uninvited influences, those preconceived notions will vanish. To rid yourself of these influences is a giant step in being and staying unified. In your activity this week, continue to develop the habit of closing your aura to all except your higher self. Continue to send love from your heart wherever you go, whenever you think about it, or to anyone or anything. When you go to bed, continue to alternate the practice of sending love and unifying with God's qualities. Continue to give thanks to your higher self for its communication of truth to you. Thank your higher self for giving you the uninvited influence signal and for helping to keep your aura clear. It may seem that you're taking on more and more and more. Very soon, these practices will be so much a part of your life that nothing is being done at all. They will be as natural as drinking, eating, or sleeping. So, okay, I'm not sure how many of you got this. So, if you have any questions now, you can share because accordingly, I can add that particular worry of yours in the meditation. And Nitin, I think you can record the meditation any which ways because this doesn't have any controls and rights. Last time also a couple of people had recorded, so which means I hadn't given them access. So anyone can. So any questions, you can unmute yourself. This is an open forum. You can unmute yourself or you raise your hand. I can ask you to unmute. Jigisha, I believe you have a question. Will you please unmute yourself? Can you share what's happening with you?
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Fine.
Whenever I did the meditations, every time I get this different signals. Sometimes it's on the palm, sometimes it's on the finger. So I don't know how to differentiate with them.
Okay, which palm, which finger? Can you tell me more specifically?
First time it was when I did with you, it was a right finger. And second time it was on the palm, same palm, right hand. As you say, it's a circle, 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 similar notion. And third time it was in the left hand in the first finger.
नहीं so अगर right hand right finger में हो रहा है it could be similar indication because it's very close to each other.
Yes.
But if it shifts to the left hand it's wrong.
Okay.
So अगर आप बोलते हो यहाँ हो रहा है यहाँ हो रहा है still possibility is there, it's the same signal. But
Okay.
यहाँ shift हो गया मतलब एकदम wrong हो गया.
ठीक है.
So just simple है, go inwards, do your meditation again. Sessions are already online. Fast forward to the last bit. Do your meditation. I'm not sure uski recording hai ki nahi individual. And just do it and ask your body for a clear signal. Okay, one of you had called me and told me that you have a very uncomfortable signal. So if you remember, the chapter said, agar bahut uncomfortable signal aaya, you could ask the body to change it. So ek aur a signal aa jayega, whichever you're comfortable with. So it's the deal about this is our higher self, our Atma, our soul is not here to trouble us at all. It's there to help us, navigate us, guide us. So if we are troubled with something, it will not want to trouble us. And today you will realize that जब हम गुस्सा होते हैं, परेशान होते हैं, there are a lot of people who've shared their things with me कि मुझे पता ही नहीं मैं गुस्सा क्यों जाता हूँ, मुझे पता ही नहीं बोलना चाहिए, बहुत कड़वा बोल जाता हूँ. We have been judging ourselves because हमें पता ही नहीं कि हम क्यों कर लेते हैं. आज पता चलेगा क्यों करते हैं. तो उस समय हम अपने पे नहीं होते. जो आसपास ट्रबल्ड आत्माएं होती हैं. And I'm not scaring all of us, but please understand, in this spiritual world that we are staying, हम क्यों बोलते हैं spiritual world? एक given point of time पे हजारों आत्माएं हैं आपके सामने आमने, हजारों. ट्रबल करती हैं आपको नहीं, लेकिन जब आपकी और आपकी एनर्जी ब्रेक होती है, आप लो फील करते हो, तो आप अलाउ करते हो इन आत्माओं को जिनमें ट्रबल जो है, सब तो बड़ी खुशी खुशी डेथ से नहीं गए ना. 90% people don't know the art of dying. They think, oh, we are dying, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, खुश होके people don't die, right? So obviously they are troubled. अब आप troubled हो तो वो आपके पास आ जाते हैं. एंड ये थोड़ी ना कि आत्मा इज लाइक ऑलवेज इंटेलिजेंट, वो भी अपने गार्ड्स बना लेती है. जैसे आप अपने लिए शेल्स बना लेते हो, दिस इज गुड, दिस इज बैड. इवन द आत्मास डू दैट. सो जब आप परेशान हो रहे हो या आपका ऑरा ब्रोकन है, एनर्जी ब्रोकन है, तो वो आपके अंदर आ जाते हैं, आपके ऑरा में. एंड वो आपसे करवाते हैं चीजें which you don't like, frustration, anger, guilt, whatever. So next time when you feel those emotions, ask your body, Do I have an uninvited influence? जैसे आपको एक feeling आया, जैसे मुझे यहाँ feeling आया था, ऐसे my my right calf starts twitching in a very uncomfortable way. So I know that I have an uninvited influence right now, even if it twitches. Like, for example, I went to with the family for a family holiday in Kasoli. We were there for a week. And the entire time I was sleeping and eating for 5 people. And I was like, what's happening with me? I mean, my parents and grandparents are here. I'm not talking. I'm sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. And I realized that my brother and two of his friends, the lazy lump friends like Rishi, they were sitting in me, eating through me and doing all the sleep through me. I had to do 2 hours of meditation to ward off those negative, uninvited influences. I will not say negative, uninvited influences. So this happens. Just that now we have the power कि अरे मुझे गुस्सा आ रहा है, ये irritation हो रही है, ये problem आ रहा है, so I can deal with it. It's very powerful, very magical. जब भी आप अपने element में नहीं हो, you can find this. Yes, Supriya, unmute yourself.
Yeah, Prachiti, I wanted to ask, why are we so open to these uninvited influences, like the one that you're telling that happened with you yourself?
Yeah, so why we are very open people. We are love and light. We are not blocked. जब हम block करते हैं, तभी भी it's just our thoughts. So that's how we are supposed to be.
So you meant to say that every now and then when we have a negative emotion, we need to ask ourselves that is it a negative uninvited influence in us or not?
Yes.
Okay.
And your higher self will tell you yes or no. Higher self के signals आएंगे yes and no के. So I don't know we've done that or not till now. Yes and no आया है हमारा?
अभी yes and no I suppose नहीं आया.
Okay. So there will come a time that your higher self will tell you yes and no also. Decision making भी बहुत amazing हो जाएगा. You'll be able to decide, कि मुझे ये path लेना है कि नहीं. As simple as मुझे इस holiday पे जाना चाहिए कि नहीं, या मुझे ये business investment करनी चाहिए कि नहीं, वो भी आएगा.
And after a particular point of time, we voluntarily will be getting these signals, like I am there in that influence.
जैसे आपको पता है खाना खाने के लिए मुंह खोलना है, आपको पता होगा how to live life with and क्या होना है, automatic conditioning हो जाएगी. मुझे सोचना ही नहीं पड़ता कि मुझे वो consciously करना है कि नहीं. It just is automatic.
Like if you're there somewhere in the marketplace and you feel that sensation coming in, you automatically get to know without even asking beforehand.
खड़े चलते you'll be blocking your aura.
Okay.
अपने आप you'll be able to send it. It'll be a matter of seconds, not even like an effort. It'll be effortless.
Like this is a preliminary stage when we need to ask, is there an influence?
Because right now we're building that muscle.
Okay. And after a point of time, we ourselves will get to know it.
Just the way when you go to school, we have to make an effort to write A, B, C, D, E, how to write, form the alphabet A. And then we know how to write and or Anthony or Akbar, however you want to write. It's so simple. That will be the stage which will come later. That's what's a 6-month course. 6 months of daily working on ourselves. Now that's a commitment. अगर हम commitment कर लें, काम कर लें, तो of course it's going to be absolutely magical, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, Prakash or Jigisha, you have a question?
Yeah. Hi. I didn't get any signal for 2 weeks. But today morning I got some sensation, like some insect walking in my hair. So this is my first time I got the signal.
Very good.
So shall I repeat for coming week?
Yes, you should. So this week, because you're coming as a couple, you're coming here, okay, double work करना होगा. लेकिन confusion होने के chances हैं, इसलिए just work on your higher self. Once, suppose now you've got the signal, so something is creeping crawly is walking on your head. अगर ये signal आपने से कल भी मांगा या शाम को meditation में मांगा, confirm हो गया, कल मांगा, confirm हो गया. Then you move on to asking for uninvited influences. The thing is, why we say 7 days is that we practice and we become sure of it. So अगर आपने वो 7 days करने की जगह 1.5 day में 3 sessions ले लिए अपने साथ, and you found the same confirmation. अच्छा, it's not possible कि हम इसको imagine कर सकते हैं. Today, if Prakash, you tell yourself, I want a creeping crawly on my head. Is it possible? It's not possible. Or if I say, I want a twitching on my left hand, it's possible? No, it's not possible. हमारे हाथ में नहीं है ये सब. So अगर हम इसमें सोच रहे हैं कि अरे हम इमेजिन कर रहे हैं तो नो वी कांट इमेजिन. नाम सुनने में हाँ हम सोच रहे हैं हम इमेजिन कर रहे हैं. You know what's your higher self's name, but not all of this. So do it and do the week 5 also today once you've done your week 3. So my request to everyone will be just become an empty cup. When you go for your meditation, become an empty cup. No preconditioning of your mind. Just become जितनी डीप ब्रेथ लेनी ले लो. कई लोगों को 3 में क्लैरिटी हो जाती है, कई लोगों को 7 में होती है, कई लोगों को 10 में होती है. Take deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out. Completely center, balance, align yourself, and then go for your meditation so that you get the right signal. Problem is, इतना कुछ होता है आसपास that it takes time for the mind to become empty. Any question? Nitin, yes, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. I started getting this signal whenever I'm meditating. I feel that my ears are getting blocked. ऐसे आवाज मतलब बंद हो रही. And it comes very fast. That's the good part.
Yes.
But I am not still able to get the name. I
Yeah.
I'm trying too hard for that. Maybe I'm in a process. I assume some names and I'm not able to get that clearly. But that signal is coming. That's coming very well. So how should I go about?
Go with it. Go with the flow. But request your higher self that I'll feel complete if I get to know your name. So allow me the guidance of your name.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the first channel is still restored. It had a lot of guided meditations. We had done thrice a week. We were meeting up, but I'm inshallah. Hopefully, it'll happen in the coming times to come. So meanwhile, stick to this. And again, as I say, if you want the recorded meditation, go with it. Otherwise, you can make your own. And one request to everyone is please keep a notebook. हर हफ्ते में कुछ आपके guidances हैं. Like initially I had a page where I had written all the guidances, all the lines to be said. Now I know kab kya bolna hai. Shurumi takes time to build that muscle. So keep a book for this. Okay, anybody any questions or should we go ahead? Yes, Supriya, unmute yourself.
What I did was I made a WhatsApp group of my own, like you advised, how can we can go for it. And then all the things, lines that we need to memorize it perfectly, I wrote it there. So then and there itself, again and again throughout the day, if we keep repeating it, it becomes a very easy job for us to remember.
Okay, now I burnt my hands here. I moved from a Android to an iPhone, okay? And I lost all the chats in the new phone. So I had to go, then I went back on put my SIM in again, email all the chats. Of course, yesterday I converted the data also, thanks to some technical person. It took 7 hours, but the data was converted. So whatever you're putting on your personal WhatsApp groups, make it a point to email that conversation to yourself, just in case. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I love my good old writing. The book is always there with us. And when you're writing something down, it's imprinted in your mind as well, because you're writing, you're using intellect, you're using your God, your ego fingers. So I would still say, because we're going conventionally and deep in our roots, let's start writing.
Sure.
All right. So I'm going to make you guys meditate. And after that, also, if there are questions, I'm happy to stay back and answer. So let's go deep within. Everyone, please mute yourselves in case you're on unmute. Any answers are appreciated. Any questions are appreciated. Or whatever reflections are appreciated. So don't you worry about that. Just a quick thumbs up. Okay, let's do with the music. For some of you are new here and you prefer music, so we'll do with the music. Let's take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Once more, a deep breath in, inhale. And exhale. The last time for this morning, take a deep breath in. And out. Enjoy your breathing. I am made in the image of God. I am love. Love pulsates in every part of my body. I am light, which makes my world bright. I am bliss. I am joy. I am abundance. I am in the image of God. So I am a blessing. Dear higher self, thank you for allowing me the pleasure, the privilege, the blessing of this beautiful study of Unified, where every week I find a new jewel. By now, I'm centered, balanced, and aligned. By now, my energies are beautifully established. By now, I know that you exist. I have felt your movement. Once again, dearest higher self, allow me the knowledge that I am communicating with you. The signal that I have, allow it to come. Thank you for the confirmation. Dearest higher self, by now I understand that you're here to guide me, to correct me, to reflect with me. And I also understand that I have some uninvited influences in my aura, which come and go whenever I allow them to come and go from my body, from my aura. I have learned it's not my sign of weakness. It is how life is. I feel compassion for each one of them because I too have been there. I too have been there and troubled or invited trouble in the life of other living beings. I believe and I know I am a spiritual being. But at the moment, I'm having a human experience. Being human is a beautiful blessing, but it also comes with its ups and downs, with my own experiences, my own emotions. And now I realize that many a times when some negative emotion comes, it's because I have uninvited influences in my aura. Souls that are wandering around come and live through me. In order to become free of them, I am the only one who will safeguard myself, protect myself, heal myself, and heal these uninvited influences also. So let's all go deep within and heal these uninvited influences. Let's say a prayer of gratitude, our prayer of protection. To all uninvited influences in my aura, you're each whole, healed, and complete. Each of you is created with love and light. Each of you is love and light, and you will always be love and light. I believe you were in pain. I believe you thought you were in pain, but in reality, you feel no pain. You're not afraid because you are a soul that's so beautiful and bright, full of love and light. You all have a perfect place to go to. And I ask my higher self to guide you to that perfect place, which is home. Each one of you go in peace. Each one of you know that your home is what completes you and not attaching yourself to any other physical body. I close my aura to all uninvited influences except my higher self. God is love. So am I. I am protected. God is all knowing intelligence. And I know I am also all knowing intelligence because I am made in the image of God. I don't doubt myself anymore. And I know each time I go into an atmosphere, into an environment where I think I need my protection, I'll put my protection charm on. But I also know that there are chances, and many a times I've witnessed some behavior of mine alien to my being. Dearest higher self, I felt fears, irrational behaviors, bursts of anger, irritability, exhaustion, and so much and so much. And I failed to understand then that why did I behave like them. But now I know that at that time my energy was a little low and I unknowingly invited the uninvited influences in my body, in my aura. I was ignorant, but now I know that these uninvited influences are actually hurting souls. So, in order to protect myself and heal them, I need to have the signal to know that am I being living with uninvited influences? Dearest higher self, please give me a signal if and when an uninvited influence will come in my body to understand. I wait for the signal now. I am clear of any kind of mental image, thoughts. I need that one signal in that one part of my body to know if there's any uninvited influences, any. And I wait for the signal now. Dearest high self, give me a signal if and when an uninvited influences comes in my body. How will it feel? I await the signal. Dearest higher self, in order to keep my aura clean and full of love and to heal all uninvited influences, I know I have to send love and light to all thought forms around me, to all uninvited influences. And I've just done that. But how do I know whether it's an uninvited influence or whether it's my mind playing games? I need to have that signal now. I'm sorry for being so assertive, higher self, for saying such a strong word, need. But truly, I need that signal now to understand if it's my mental games or any uninvited influences. Because in any case, one has to be healed, either my mind or the influences. Allow me the revelation of that signal now. I may have felt the signal in the part of my body, but I need validation by repetition if that's my signal. Please replay the signal once more. Thank you, dear higher self, for all the signals, for all the answers, for all the security. I send love and light to all thought forms around me. Let me become the channel of love. Let me become the channel of light. Let my heart radiate love to everyone, every place, everything around me. May I be reminded every night, every day, to always center, align, balance myself and my energies, and to always be a channel of love and giving love to things, people, situations, events around me. May I grow in love. May I grow in light. May my body pulsate with this beautiful feeling of being in love. I am love. I am light. And I share my light by shining bright, right here, right now. Let's bow our heads in gratitude. Let's be grateful once again for a higher self. for allowing the revelations to open up every week. Let's be grateful to Mother Earth for grounding us, rooting us. Let's look at our life level and thank our life, lessons, experiences, situation, events for shaping us into who we are. Let's look up at the universe and thank the spirituality, the spiritual elements, our God, for helping us in our journey of unifying with our higher self. May we all be channels of love, channels of light. May we shine bright. Let's come back in rested position. Fold our hands. And express our 1 minute of gratitude for whoever we wish to. Lots of love, light, healing blessings, awakening, going deep within, finding the answers, unifying with the higher self and with life. May there be love, may there be light. Lots of love and light, Supriya, Ruchi, Yanji, Ushaji, Nitin, Niriksha, Mudita, Ankur, Neha, Prakash, Jigesha, Akshay, Manisha, Richa, Shelly, Jitendra ji, Vijay ji, Ajit, Nirmala, Neha, Renu, Kamakshi, and Rajiv. Lots of love and light. Okay. Did anybody get any signals? Or when you asked for repetition, did it repeat? So one thing is, a lot of you will think that, it's not possible. But believe me, if you can, I got all my signals while meditating for the first time with my Sangha on Zoom. It's not like you have to really go quiet and do it. I guess you got not sure. Yes, Ushaji. Please unmute.
Yes, Prachi. बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंसेशन आया, मतलब इतना मेडिटेशन स्टार्ट करते ही मेरे को मेरा ये हाथ इतना 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 हैंड इतनी तेज और इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंसेशन पूरे मेडिटेशन मेरा। और एंड में जब आपने बोला कि मेरे को वापस कंफर्म करो, तो मेरे को लगा कि मेरी पूरी बॉडी तो है ही नहीं, आई हैव ओनली दिस थिंग।
Excellent, excellent. So
आई हैव
you mean you have heaviness?
वेटलेस हो गई मैं, पूरी वेटलेस, मतलब मेरे को लगा कुछ है ही नहीं मेरे अंदर। आई हैव ओनली दिस थिंग।
Excellent.
Very strong sensation, very strong.
This is a sensation for the higher self being there.
Yeah. अच्छा, एक्चुअली ये वाला जो इस टाइप की जो मेरे को जब भी कभी मैं इससे पहले भी पूजा करती हूँ या कुछ, कि मेरे को जब कोई चीज मेरे को होनी होती है ना, कि कोई ब्लेसिंग्स, तो मेरी बॉडी में ये वाली सेंसेशन आती है। मेरे को हायर सेल्फ का नाम नहीं पता क्या है, पर बट आई फील कि मेरे ऊपर कुछ शावर हो रहा है और वो चीज मेरे साथ होती भी है।
Good. Great.
I don't know the name of higher self. I don't know, but I can feel कि हाँ आज कुछ ठीक है या ऐसा।
जी नाम भी प्लीज खोजिए। जब हायर सेल्फ ने आपको सिग्नल हाथ का दिया है, जो से आप हैं मुझे पता है, आपका नाम भी चाहिए।
ओके।
मैं आपको क्या बोलूं, मतलब नाम नहीं हो तो
ओके।
कनेक्शन मेरा आपसे कैसे हो अगर मुझे नाम नहीं पता हो तो?
ओके।
मैं मिसेस माथुर बोलूं, करोड़ों मिसेस माथुर मिलेंगी,
राइट,
करोड़ों उषा जी भी मिलेंगी, बट नाम हमारा अस्तित्व होता है, पहचान होती है। जब हमें अपने हायर सेल्फ से बात करनी होती है, ठीक है, नाम की जरूरत नहीं होती, बट एक ज्यादा फेमिलियरिटी होती है जब नाम आ जाता है।
राइट।
आपकी मंशा होनी चाहिए, इंटेंशन, संकल्प होना चाहिए टू फाइंड द हायर सेल्फ का नाम।
ओके,
प्लीज फाइंड दैट।
ओके, थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
मेरा सवाल ये था कि अनइनवाइटेड इन्फ्लुएंस के लिए सिग्नल कुछ बॉडी में किसी को आया, एंड इट्स ओके, जैसे नितिन बोल रहे हैं कि आया बट नॉट श्योर, दैट्स ओके, एज लॉन्ग एज कुछ आया and you're open and receptive. मनीषा बोल रहे हैं ईयर्स ट्विच कर रहे थे, तो रेनू बोल रहे हैं लेफ्ट आई पल्स कर रही थी. नेहा बोल रहे हैं head started banking, it got confirmed and this unpleasant feeling has come quite often before also. Yes, it means uninvited influences are there, my dear Neha. So very nicely, now that you know कि पहले भी आती है feeling और अब तो अब signal मांगर feeling आ रही है, that means you have to heal it that there and then. And please heal with compassion and empathy. Words कुछ भी use कर लो. Just say, I know you think you are suffering, but actually you're healed, whole and complete. And you have a home to go to. And अगर आप राह भटक गए हो, तो my higher self will guide you. So please heal whole the uninvited influences, protect your aura. And after you've said that, to the going away, letting go, then you say, I block my aura, I close my aura to all uninvited influences, except my higher self. This I say common, right? So except my higher self. And then follow up with the line that I send healing thoughts of love and light to all thought forms. उसके बाद भी छोटे छोटे हल्के फुल्के वो फीलिंग्स रह जाती हैं. So उनको भी हम we protect ourselves. I'm very happy, नेहा, that तुम्हारी जर्नी में तुम्हें नाम फास्ट मिल रहे हैं, सिग्नल्स फास्ट मिल रहे हैं, you're open and receptive. Same happened with me. It's very good. तुम्हें डाउट भी नहीं है. This is excellent. So more power to you. रुचि को राइट थाई में पेन हुआ. Kamakshi agree कर रही हैं. So good if you so one signal has to come. ये नहीं कि यहाँ पर भी और यहाँ पर भी और यहाँ पर भी. One signal. So work on that one signal. No, Kamakshi, you have to unmute yourself. मुझे आपका सवाल या आपकी समझ में नहीं आ रहा. You got angry, I got agree. समझ में नहीं आया मुझे. क्या बोलना चाह रहे हैं आप? You have to unmute yourself.
Good morning, Prachi.
Good morning.
Actually, the thing was that the uninvited influence, I got a little irritated and angry about it when the uninvited influence was asked.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता.
नहीं है, पर ये क्योंकि वो वही आया, इरिटेशन था.
नहीं, ये आपकी illusion है. क्योंकि आप uninvited influence को गुस्सा नहीं आएगा. आप अपने हायर सेल्फ को पूछ रहे हो, आप अनवेरिड इन्फ्लुएंस को नहीं पूछ रहे हो. आपने अपने हायर सेल्फ को बोला कि मेरी बॉडी में जब कभी भी कोई अनइन्वाइटेड इन्फ्लुएंस आएगा तो मुझे क्या फीलिंग होगी. या तो कामाक्षी आप क्लियर नहीं थे
राइट
करते हुए कि आप क्या चीज पूछ रहे हो, किससे पूछ रहे हो.
राइट.
सो हम अनइन्वाइटेड इन्फ्लुएंस को नहीं पूछ रहे कि आपका सिग्नल क्या है, क्या पधार गए मेरी बॉडी में, आप बताओ. नो 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 नो. यू आस्किंग योर हायर सेल्फ कि जब मेरी बॉडी में कोई भी ऐसा इन्फ्लुएंस आता है तो मुझे क्या फील होगा. और क्या फील होगा का मतलब ये नहीं कि अभी मेरी बॉडी में इन्फ्लुएंस है, बस सिग्नल मुझे क्या मिलेगा.
ठीक है, फिर ठीक है. Got the answer कि मतलब कि अब I have to redo this higher self से पूछना ना, because the moment I asked तो वो था, it was feeling of unrest about the uninvited influence ना, एक agitation और वो आया था. ठीक है.
I shouldn't be saying so, but you're going through filmy drama right now. अरे उसको गुस्सा आ गया, मैंने उसको पूछ लिया. It's not like that.
नहीं, वो खुद ही आया था बस. Yeah, the irritation, and then it calmed down, and then it got stabilized, and rest was pleasant. But वो एक fraction of seconds के लिए आया था बस.
तो मैं ये नहीं बोल रही कि आपने सब कुछ इमेजिन किया है. बहुत कुछ होता है हमारी बॉडी में जो हमको पता भी नहीं होता. तो ठीक है, you've gone through something. This is not the answer to what we are working on. ठीक है? So please ask your higher self what the signal will be. Okay, in your left toe there was sensation thrice. Good, Richa. Again, realign yourself, re-ask yourself these questions कि ये हो रहा है कि नहीं. अगर आपके थ्रोट में या कुछ भी हो रहा है, आपके ब्रेन में सेंसेशन हुआ विजय जी, so okay, reconfirm करते हैं. Okay, any questions for any week? And I request everyone, week by week करिए, don't jump the gun. There are about 10 people that I told them not to come in the morning. I had a word with them. I said, please don't come. आगे क्या होने वाला है हम पढ़ लेंगे और पहले स्टेप पे नहीं किया होगा तो कंफ्यूजन आ जाएगा. So step by step, week by week. There's no jaldi. Just that, as I said, pehle also I'm saying again today, fix your time of unified. कि इस समय मैं unified करूँगा या करूँगी. वो ज़रूरी है. ये नहीं कि आज लेट सोया तो आज नहीं हो पाया. कभी तो टाइम मिलेगा ना. So work on it. Okay. All right. So great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining in. And let's meet each other at 7 o'clock next Sunday. Lots of love and light. Take care. Be safe. Be unified. Lots of love.